Hey guys, it's Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. I have got the coolest new product for you. So today I want to introduce you to the Eden's Garden Bundle. This will be available for customers to order on November 2nd, I believe. It's currently pre-order, so if you're kitchenettes, members of my Kitchen Table Stamper team, Stampin' Up team, you can order this bundle right now. It will be in the new spring catalog. All right, so Eden's Garden Bundle is a 10-piece rubber stamp set. It's got this distinctive style, and you can bundle it up with the Eden dies. It's a 5-piece die set with these great intricate kind of leafy dies. I'm really having a lot of fun with this. Now, these are going to be, like I said, available in the spring catalog, but you can get them right now if you're a demonstrator. You can also add this to your kit. So if you've thought about joining, you can get brand new products first in your starter kit. This is the card that we're going to make with the Eden's Garden bundle. Let's celebrate everything. I love that. And then a little detail inside. So that's our card project for today. Let me also show you 2 more products that are available in November or right now for demonstrators or those who join. This is the Ever Eden 12 by 12 designer series paper. It's a specialty foiled paper. It's gorgeous. It is only available while supplies last. It's 12 by 12 paper, and you get 6 double-sided designs. So the A side has got nice green, it, like multicolor or single color patterns, and then the A side has got this gorgeous foil. It's soft succulent and evening evergreen and gold foil. Look at that gold foil. And then this one's ombre. Let me move so you can see the whole ombre effect. This one's nice for cutting up into big chunks, 4 by 5 1/4, and you have a whole card front of that beautiful ombre pattern. And then this, you might not be picking up the gold, but it's got the evening evergreen and soft succulent sprigs in a tiny little gold dot. It's very dainty. It's a beautiful pattern. There's this kind of chevron pattern. And then this is my favorite one in the collection, I think, with the soft succulent sprigs and then the gold foil sprigs over a speckle. And then this is one of the patterns that we're using today, the soft succulent with the gold. And then here's a little, like a dashed dot pattern. It's evening evergreen on white. This could go masculine very easily. And then here's the last of the patterns. I love this one too. It almost reminds me of eucalyptus leaves because they're a little bit wider. Not quite, they're more round eucalyptus leaves, but because of the color and the shape, that's kind of what I get from this. I think this is another one of my favorites. But this is only available while supplies last. So when supplies are gone, they're gone. Think butterfly bisou paper. That one went lickety split. And so if you like it, place your order soon. The other item that's available for a limited time is this Ever Eden cotton paper. Now this is the coolest texture. It's both soft succulent and evening evergreen. And it's, look at that, it's really, really lightweight. It feels almost like a tissue paper, but it's more resilient than a tissue paper. It's tougher, it's stronger. You get 10 sheets in this pack. So 5 of each color. There's a lot of cotton paper in this pack, especially if you're gonna use it like we did as little die cut accents. It really adds a nice texture to a project. All right, so now that I've introduced you to the brand new products and the limited time products, let's get crafting. So we're gonna start our crafting with our card base. It's soft succulent, 8.5 by 5.5. I scored it at 4 1/4. Got my bone folder. Let's work that crease, and then we're gonna emboss the front of the card. I love this very subtle texture. We're gonna get that subtle texture with the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. Let me just pop my card front inside the folder, and we're gonna run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. All right, to run a 3D folder, we're gonna put number 1, then our 3D folder, then number 4. This is the embossing plate for those 3D folders. Give that a crank. And then look how beautiful that is. Subtle, it'll match anything. It's a great way to liven up any project. My designer series papers are already cut. This is 4 by 2 3/4. This is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. Let's grab our tailor tag punch. I love this tool. I don't know what I'll do when it retires. I'll keep using it. That's what I'll do. But it makes the perfect little chicken lip ends. Just line up with the lines, the parallel lines in there, and clip, and you get perfectly even chicken lips every time. And there we go. Got that done. Now let's adhere these 2 designer series papers to the card base. Got some multi-purpose liquid glue. Look at that little herringbone pattern on the back there, and then the speckle. Great papers. Very neutral in the green, the shades of green. These papers can be anything from birthday to wedding to sympathy. Like, you can really make anything with these designer series papers. The gold is elegant. The colors are sophisticated and subtle and very natural. All right, so we got our designer series paper, and let's turn it over and burnish it so that that really adheres to that 3D texture. All right, now inside the card, I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I'm going to grab my sprig from the Eden's Garden stamp set and Evening Evergreen ink. Just stamp that in the corner. Let me show you what we're going to do with this. Just a little detail to finish up the inside of the card. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the distinctive shades, the shadowing and highlights. Really gorgeous. Got a little scrap here that's 3/4 inch by 2 1/4. This is a 3rd pattern of our gorgeous designer series paper. Let's cut some more little chicken lips here. Gonna just pop that in, give a cut, and let's adhere. Oh, that's so pretty too. That's my favorite pattern. I think we're gonna go different on this one. What do you think? Why not, right? We'll live a little. You can tell me in the comments which one you like better. All right, let's over the little stem there. About, I don't know, 3/16 inch from the bottom. It's more than 1/8. And then we can line the card. Little detail inside really just brings everything all together, doesn't it? We can center that guy inside. All right. Now that the inside is done, let's get back to the outside here. We've got some more stamping to do with our Evening Evergreen and our Eden's Garden. Let me get the ink pads and some paper. Got some soft seafoam scrap here and a piece of basic white. I'm going to ink up this large sprig, this large bouquet with the Evening Evergreen and give a stamp on basic white. Let the ink have just a second to transfer. It makes a nicer image. You get more of those distinctive details that way. And then this greeting I love, let's celebrate everything. I think we all need to celebrate everything right now, don't we? And we'll stamp that Evening Evergreen on soft seafoam. All right, let me get rid of the ink pad. We're gonna cut out our little bouquet here. I'm just gonna run around with the scissors. It's a simple kind of bubble cut, fussy cut. Just eater, but gotta fussy cut that one out. So let me get it cut and I'll be right back. All right, I've cut my bouquet. Now let's cut the Let's Celebrate Everything. We're going to use the little bracketed stitched label, the small one from Ornate Frames. I love this die set. It's going to coordinate beautiful with this suite. If you've got this die set, this offering of products is going to be a fantastic coordination. We'll get the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and we'll give this a crank. All right. Let's line this up nice and level. I have an easier time stamping Let's Celebrate everything and then cutting it out level than I have cutting out the label and stamping Let's Celebrate everything on it. I don't know why I cannot get the greeting stamped straight on the label. It's easier for me to cut it out straight. So just a little tip, try it if you're having any sort of trouble. But you guys know, if you hang around Kitchen Table Stamper, you know that centered and level is not something that I eyeball very well. Got one more bit of die cutting while we've got the machine here. This is our Evening Evergreen cotton paper. And I don't know if there's a front or a back side to it, but there's definitely different textures on each side. The one side has got a little bit of a speckled and you can almost feel the texture. It's a little bit more muted. The other side is smooth. It almost feels like it's coated and it has a little bit more vibrant color. I don't know which side is up or if there is a side or if crafty girls just do what they want, but I am going to put the die on the more shiny looking, almost the coated side with the more vibrant color. I like the vibrancy of the color, and this cotton paper just cuts like a dream and it holds up pretty strong even though we're cutting these small little details, these open spaces. See these open spaces, and we can just weed out, and they're actually quite strong for being such a soft material, such a thin material. So very interesting new material. All right, let's pull back our card and let me show you some die cutting that I did ahead of time. I have got my very favorite swoopy square. This is the medium one. It's about 2 9/16, and I cut this from soft suede using the Hippo and Friends dies. Then I've got a rectangle here. It's from the Stitch Rectangle dies. Let me try to show you which one it is. It's kind of hard because it's one of those rectangles. It's kind of in the middle, but towards the smaller end. So I call this one I. It's about 2 3/4 by 1 7/16, and that's from the Stitch Rectangles. And then lastly, I've got a basic white circle, and this is the 1 1/8 inch smooth circle from Layering Circles. Let's glue those guys together. I'm going to glue the circle to the swoopy square. Uh-oh, just got some glue on my cotton paper. And then I'm going to glue the swoopy square to the rectangle. And I actually have an easier time getting it centered if I just put the glue right down the center and then lay my rectangle over. I feel like it looks about centered. And then when I turn it over, I can make any adjustments if I need to. And usually I don't need to. I can see center better from the back side. Oh, only me, right? All right, so then we're going to add a little bit of liquid glue to the center of our cotton paper and put this little guy right centered over the top of it all. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness, the little detail and the texture is so wonderful. All right, now we can go ahead and we can glue this right to the card. This whole stack, liquid glue right on our Designer Series paper. And we're going to center it right to left, top to bottom in the Designer Series paper. And next up, we need a little embellishment. So to bring out the wow in that gold foil paper, I'm going to use some gold cord. This is Simply Elegant Trim. It's silver and gold cord. I love this. It's good for any project. It'll come in very handy. You get both colors and they're 10 yards, I believe 10 yards each. We need about 20 inches of this gold cord. What I'm going to do is wrap it around my fingers, all 4 fingers, try to get 3 loops out of it. nice big loops. All right, then I'm going to use dimensionals and adhere it to the back of our pretty little bouquet. We want it to peek out from around, so if it's a little small, you can just keep kind of stretching it until your ends get closer and closer together. And then we can just tack it down in a couple of places where the dimensionals won't show. And then right in the center, let's peel and stick our bouquet. So pretty. Now I want a little half a dimensional because our Let's Celebrate Everything is gonna span over the edge. This is up on dimensionals. So we're gonna pop a little dimensional right on the corner there. And then we can peel away, make it sticky. And then underneath the Let's side of the label, we'll add a little multi-purpose liquid glue and pop the Let's Celebrate Everything label right on top of that dimensional and on top of that bouquet. So pretty. Let's embellish. For my embellishments, I have these gilded gems. I think, again, they really just reinforce that gorgeous gold foil and add a lot of sparkle. Got my take your pick tool, and we're going with the big ones. So I'm going to go a big one, medium one, and then another medium one. Get that triangle placement going on. Oh, come on. These really stick to the sheet. I don't know why. Maybe over here a little bit more to triangle up. Lastly, the soft, succulent in color ribbon. Look at this gorgeous ribbon. And we're going to tie a petite little bow. And I'm pulling a real tight center and then adjusting the loops to get the size that I want. If you hold the center and pull the tail, you can adjust the size of your loops and then just give your bow a little finesse. When you cut it right off the spool, there's no waste on that side at all. So the only waste of your gorgeous ribbon is when you clean up the other tail. So that's all we're throwing away. We can adhere that with a mini glue dot. We're going to tuck it right up underneath our bouquet. We don't want to cover our greeting, so keep that in mind as you choose placement. There it is. Let's celebrate everything. If you've got any questions about the project or about the Eden's Garden products, you can email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. And if you'd like to get your hands on this beautiful bundle of products, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. You can order them there after November 2nd. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.